What's up, everyone? Welcome to Replace Your Divot. I'm Joey D from Joey D's Golfing Journey on YouTube. And if you're like me, you spend your weekdays reading about the pros and your weekends trying not to thin your wedges into the woods. On this show, we're talking about everything happening on top of the leaderboard, while I share my brutal truth about my own game. It's all the news you need and all the struggles you recognize. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's get into the rounds. Hey everybody, it's Joey D. Welcome to the newly branded podcast, right? I gave it a new name, Replace Your Divots. I decided that, or Replace Your Divot. I don't know if Replace Your Divots, Replace Your Divot. God, I should know that already. But anyways, welcome to my new show, my new podcast. Kind of talking about the same things, but I want to talk about more about really what's going on in the game of golf as a whole, versus just talking about what's going on in my game. It's still kind of an open forum, but I'm going to try to be a little more prepared than I used to be, and hopefully everybody out there will get something out of this podcast. Anyways, I just love doing this, right? I love talking golf. I could do it all day long. I love making YouTube videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel on Joey D's Golfing Journey, please go out and do so. Got some great contests going. Scotty Cameron putter at 1,000 subscribers. And then at 1,300 subscribers, we are going to give away a Kirkland driver. You know what? I just want to pay it forward. So it's just my way of thanking all the people who support my channel and have been supporting it since day one. The channel has seen some good growth over the last month or two. I think I picked up like 98 subscribers in the last 28 days. That's big. That's big for me. Anyway, so, hey, let's start off with what's happening in the world of golf in the professional ranks, right? So Cameron Young, the guy is on a heater. He is on an absolute heater. Just won the 2026 Cadillac Championship. Wire-to-wire performance. He earned $3.6 million. It was a signature event, so that's kind of cool. And I think that's his second win of the year, second or third. Anyway, I know he won the Players Championship. I think this might be his third win of the year. Definitely number two. He defeated Scotty Scheffler, who finished in second place. Cam Young, like I said, probably the hottest player in golf right now. And this week we got the Truist Championship coming up at Quail Hollow. And that's going to Rory McIlroy is going to be in the field. Colin Morikawa has withdrawn from the tournament for injury, I think. So that's it's got a pretty good field. And then the following week, hey, the PGA Championship, the second major of the year. Who's your favorite for that? I don't even know who to pick. I mean, I think it's tough right now to root against Cameron Young, but Rory McIlroy is playing some serious good golf. The fact that he won the Masters 2 years in a row, I don't know. It's tough to bet against Rory in any major, to be honest with you. At this point, since he's won all four, and I think he's got a tremendous amount of confidence back. But listen, you got all kinds of players that can win, especially at the PGA Championship. It always seems, the thing like this tournament has a history of producing really that guy won, and then you never hear from him again, right? Am I right, Chad Campbell? Oh, anyway, so I'm looking forward to this major because I enjoy all the majors. I would say the PGA Championship is probably my least favorite one, but I still love it. I love the atmosphere of the majors, and I love the field and just the excitement that goes around it. And like everybody in professional golf, the real top tier guys are measured by how many majors did you win, or did you win a major at all, right? Some guys don't consider their career a success when they haven't won all four majors. And it's funny because there's only 6 or 7 guys that have won the career Grand Slam, Rory being the latest one. We know Tiger before him did it. And so but there's guys like Arnold Palmer who never won the U.S. Open. It was Tom Watson never won the PGA Championship. There's a lot of guys out there that you would have thought won all 4 majors that didn't. And it's pretty incredible. Hall of Fame golfers that had great careers. And I think that a lot of these guys still have that little bit of a sour taste in their mouth that they didn't close out that one major they needed for the career Grand Slam. I could be wrong, but I remember when Tom Watson won the senior PGA championship, how relieved he was to have his name on a PGA of America trophy. I'll never forget that. And who can forget Tom Watson when he was like 56 years old, almost winning the Open Championship? He got screwed on that second shot. I don't know if you guys remember in 2009. Hit a great shot on the 18th hole, right to the middle of the green. Just got an absolute horrible bounce, like it hit a sidewalk. And, God, 57-year-old nerves. I'll be 57 actually in 9 days. But, he chipped it to about 3 feet, and I think everybody knew he was going to miss that putt. Anyway, it was still a great story at the time, and it still bugs me to this day that he didn't win. Not that I don't like Stewart Cink, but how cool of a story would that have been back then? All right, speaking of hot golfers, and I'm sorry, I don't mean that in a sexist way. Speaking of golfers that are on a hot streak, let's put it that way, Nelly Korda. She won again. That is 6 starts on the LPGA this year with 3 wins and 3 second-place finishes. Unbelievable start. And her swing is so fluid, and it's amazing. I cannot believe the heater that she is on. I mean, Nelly Korda has, she's always been a top-tier golfer on the LPGA Tour. I think she had a little bit of struggles coming into this year, but my God, what a tear she is on to start the season off. And moving on to the Champions Tour, we talked about Stewart Cink with the 2009 Open Championship, but he captured his second straight major by winning the Regions Tradition on the Champions Tour. So shout out to Stewart Cink. Did you know Stewart Cink's first PGA Tour win was the Canon Greater Hartford Open, which is now the Travelers Championship. And it was in 1994, I believe. And why do I know all this stuff? Because I was there. I was on the 18th hole when Stewart Cink won his first PGA Tour title. And that was really cool. I mean, I go to the Travelers Championship every year. Actually, I work the Travelers Championship every year. I'm on the 3rd hole. I'm the guy with the paddles, telling the people down the fairway where the ball is going. And we have a great team that works there every year. Shout out to Rich Adams in Cape Cod, our hole captain. The guy's the best. He's 82 years old, and he's there every year, and he works the long days. He works all 4 days. The guy is just amazing. He's like a machine that just keeps on going. So shout out to Rich Adams and all my other buddies from the crew that we worked the Travelers Championship, and that's coming up next month, right? And that, I don't know if there's another signature event after that. There's 8 signature events during a year. Travelers Championship is one of them. And I hope it always stays a signature event because it is a tournament that the pros really, really love. It gets voted a lot every year by the pros as their favorite tournament of the year. And you know why that is? They treat the families, the caddies, everybody, they treat them all like gold. Like nobody is second tier at the Travelers Championship. And so a lot of the guys' caddies want to go every year because how well they're treated. And it's funny because, it's in Cromwell, Connecticut, in the Hartford area. There's really not a lot to do. But the guys love coming to to TPC River Highlands every year where it's a birdie fest. And it's amazing when I go there now and I watch where guys drive the ball compared to where they were hitting it back in the, in the late 90s or in the early 2000s, there used to be this cart path that went across the 18th fairway, and that cart path is no longer there. But if guys drove it to that cart path or just over that cart path, that was like a bomb, and that was still maybe 100 yards out from the green. I watched Rory McIlroy 2 years ago have 43 yards to the pin on 18. It's a 400 and something yard par 4. It's crazy. Anyway, so they've tried to toughen that course up a bit because Rory made some comments a couple years ago about the course becoming obsolete, whatever, and travelers did not like to hear that. It's it is without a doubt the biggest sporting event that happens in the New England area, other than obviously biggest. I shouldn't say the biggest sporting event because you have the Patriots, you have the Sox. I get it, but for this area, the Hartford area, it draws so much of a fan base. We are really, really golf nuts in the Northeast. You wouldn't know that because our season is 6 or 7 months a year. And then if you get some warm days in the winter, maybe you can get out sporadically, but your winter golf is pretty much limited to simulator golf. But we love golf here in the Northeast. Absolutely love it. And there's some beautiful, beautiful courses up here. And so when the Travelers Championship comes around, the crowds are huge, and they have the big amphitheater on the 18th hole. I know I'm getting way ahead of myself talking about the Travelers Championship, but it's near and dear to my heart. So, and when I do a podcast that's closer to that, I will talk ad nauseum about that tournament. Well, let's move on to another big story, shall we? Live Golf, right? Live Golf, the Public Investment Fund is pulling out. They have sunk like $5 billion into this tour, and let's be honest, it never really took off. I don't have like this passionate hate for Live Golf or for the players who went. I know that some people just were so angry. I mean, I didn't like how it kind of tore up, ripped apart golf a little bit. But let's be honest, these guys in the PGA Tour should be thankful to Live Golf because they're playing for some bigger money now. The only thing that it did hurt is the guys who are not in the upper echelons of the PGA Tour, right? Because, you have limited field events now with the signature events, and they cut PGA Tour cards right from like 125 to 100. So it's tougher to get on the tour. It's tougher to win if you're not in a signature event. It's tough for you to get. You got to play really good. You got to play really good and win a tournament or get up there in the FedEx Cup points list. You got to do it any way you can to start getting into these signature events. And when you get in there, you need to perform. Because the next thing you know, once your game drops off, you're out. So, so now Liv is talking about some other investors are trying to find other investors to come through and invest into the tour. And I mean, I don't know how much luck they're going to have. The problem with it is the product itself. I mean, there are some people who love to watch Live Golf. But I'm not one of them. I tried to watch it because I just love the game of golf. But I didn't enjoy the product. And you know what the biggest reason for me was? I'm not going to lie to you. The scoreboard on the side of the screen made me crazy. I have OCD. I have anxiety anyway. But that freaking scoreboard with its constant flashing and moving around and team event, and then the event for the actual players, and oh my God, it was a nightmare trying to follow all that. So for that, I just didn't enjoy watching Live Golf, but I did try it. I tried it more than once. I tell you what I did like watching was the replay of when Anthony Kim won. So they had the entire replay of that, just him. But I watched all 18 holes of that, and it was really cool to see Anthony Kim come back and win a tournament at the professional level, regardless of what tour it was on. It was a great, great series. A great story. I'm sorry. So it'll be interesting what happens with Live Golf. I think Live Golf is dead, but maybe it's not. Maybe it'll find someone to, to invest in it. I just don't see that happening. But at this point, who knows, right? Hey, there is some golf gear news. Titleist is debuting a new mini driver, the GTS 300, at the Truist Championship. So I don't know who's going to be playing it, but it will be there. I think this is their first crack at a mini driver. I have the TaylorMade burner mini driver. I love it. And so, I think it's cool. The Titleist is coming out with one. They make great equipment. I have played Titleist drivers in the past, and I've loved them, but right now I'm a Callaway guy when it comes to my drivers. My bag is a mishmash of everything. I got a Callaway driver. I got Bomb Tech fairway woods. I've got all hybrids for my irons, and that's all from Lazarus Golf. And if you go out onto my YouTube channel, Joey D's Golfing Journey, you can see reviews on all this stuff. So if you're not a subscriber yet, please go out there, like and subscribe. It's going to just keep getting better. More on-course stuff, more reviews coming up. I do have another review coming up from Performance Golf. I'm going to be trying out their 3-wood that they have, and I forgot what it's called. I feel so underprepared when I do this because I didn't even realize I was gonna talk about it. But anyway, so they will have I'm supposed to get that today, and so I have my league night tonight. But sometime this week I will get to the driving range, and I am going to go ahead and I am going to do a review of that 3-wood. The Performance Golf 3-woods the Performance Golf clubs in general, the reviews seem to do well on my channel. So this is this 3-wood is the Easy 3. It's called Easy, the letter E, the letter Z 3. It's a 17.5 degree 3-wood. It's supposed to, they have all the big claims. What I can tell you about Performance Golf is this. Number one, they have one of the best return policies, maybe the best return policy in the business. They stand behind their product. 365-day guarantee. If you don't like the club, you can send it back for any reason. And because I'm in a position now where I'm still buying these clubs to do these reviews, with Performance Golf, it'll give me the ability to order the club, do the review, and then I can send it back and get my money back. And now, obviously, I have to pay for shipping, but still, it makes life a whole lot easier to review clubs. Same thing with Bomb Tech Golf. Same thing with Lazarus Golf. You can get the clubs. You can give them a try. You don't like them, send them back. That's a return policy that I believe every company should have. I can't tell you how many direct-to-consumer companies I have tried to reach out to, but, I wasn't a big enough channel yet. Maybe I'm still not a big enough channel. We're going to get there. But the return policy, here's a return policy. You can return the club. We have a 30-day return policy, but don't unwrap it. Don't hit any balls with it. Don't do anything. Open the box. You look at it. Oh, I don't like the color. Oh, I don't like the shape. It talked bad to me. I don't know. It gave me an attitude. Whatever. But as soon as you take it out, unwrap it, and hit it, in some cases, even if you just unwrap it, you own it. What kind of return policy is that? You're a direct-to-consumer company, and your customers are taking a chance on you because they don't have an opportunity to go out and hit it and try it, and you're going to send us a club, a driver, or whatever. We're going to buy it sight unseen, and then you're not going to give us the opportunity to, take 30 days to try it out. I understand you can't then sell it as a new driver. I know there's a business aspect to it, but still, there's other companies that do it. And, so this is what I'm going to tell you. if you're going to go out and buy a direct-to-consumer club, do your homework. Make sure you watch every review you can on the club you're looking to buy. Look at their return policy, because if you're expecting to be able to return a club that you don't like, you better make sure their return policy is going to let you do it. I made a whole video on the direct-to-consumer. I don't want to call it scam. It's not a scam. It's just that some of them have better return policies than others. But do your homework ahead of time, because you could go spend, yes, you're paying less money than you would for a big-name brand, but still, some of these clubs are still over $400, close to $500. And you could buy. I mean, look at Vice. Vice is, I think their driver's like $450, right? You get it, and as soon as you hit it, you own it. Speaking of drivers, I am waiting for a driver from Sub 70 Golf to do a review on. That's another company with a great return policy. I can hit balls with it, and if I don't like it, I can send it back. And because right now I'm putting up my own money to do these reviews for everybody on my YouTube channel. So chances are I'll send that Sub 70 driver back, because I have like 5 drivers. But if the thing is just crazy good, then I probably won't send it back. But in any case, I am waiting for the Sub 70 driver to come in so I can do a review on that. And as soon as I find out some more information on that, I'll let you know. But look for that video in the near future. My game. Let's talk about my game a little bit. Right now, I am playing some good golf. I started the year at an 11.9 handicap. I am down to a 9.1. I've already had 3 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds. I have had, I think, 3 rounds already in the 70s. I've had a 73. I've had a 79, and I've had a 77. And so, nothing, I've had a couple of bad rounds, but for the most part, I'm hitting the ball really well. I did speed training over the winter, and that has really helped. I took lessons from Golf Tech in the off season. That has helped me too. And I'm hitting the ball better than I've hit it in a long time at almost 57 years old. I have picked up a good amount of distance. I picked up a tremendous amount of club head speed. We're talking over 10 miles an hour club head speed. In the simulator, I picked up some ridiculous amount, like 45 yards of carry. It's hard to see that translate on the course right now. I don't know if you guys or anybody who's listening if you're not from the Northeast, playing golf this time of year, even though it is May and it's supposed to be it should be nice by now, but still, we played last weekend. Which is it's May 5th right now, so it's Cinco de Mayo, but it's Monday. Oh no, it's Tuesday. So Saturday and Sunday. Saturday was a cold rain all day. Highs in like the upper 40s, and then Sunday the wind was howling at like 25 miles an hour, pretty much sustained the whole day, and it was freezing cold. But it was a major, which, by the way, it was member, it was a 4-ball. Me and my partner did win our division. So that is the 4th time we've won this tournament for our division that we're in. And it was match play, and it was great. We had a good time. So me and my buddy JT got out there, and again, we won. Loved every minute of it, except for the weather. The weather was horrible. And that's the one big drag about when the golf season starts in Connecticut. We are all pumped up to get out there, but a lot of times Mother Nature just does not cooperate. And then I'm watching videos of people from Florida or anywhere else in the country, for God's sakes. Anything west of us or south of us seems to be fine. But I tell you what, you get to Connecticut on, going north, and it's a crapshoot what you're going to get for weather, especially in like Maine. Maine, the winter lasts forever up there. Maine, Vermont, forget about it. I mean, winter's long enough in Connecticut. So anyways, that's what's going on in my game. That's what's going on. I told you guys everything that's going on in the pro game, what's coming up for the channel. I think that's about all I got to talk about today. So thanks for listening to the first episode of Replace Your Divot. And we're going to keep these podcasts coming. And I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and to this podcast. I really, really appreciate it. Everybody have a great day. Peace, and I love you.